Jonathan Taylor Thomas, the charming younger megastar who captured hearts as Randy Taylor on Home Improvement, became a family name within the 90s behind his meteoric rise, but lies a heartbreaking tragedy, a tale of mammoth stress, private sacrifices, and the toll of fame at this sort of young age, from his struggles to step far away from Hollywood to his reclusive lifestyle nowadays. His journey is a memento of the unseen. Cost of Youth stardom on this video will explore Jonathan Taylor Thomas's superb rise, his emotional battles and the way his selections fashioned a existence away from the limelight. Rising superstar of the 9S, before Jonathan Taylor Thomas became a household name, he'd become only a ordinary kid from Sacramento with a flair for the Digicam. On the age of 7, he took his first steps into the entertainment world, beginning as a version he seemed in print advertisements for major brands, and quickly transitioned to TV commercials for household names like Kellogg's and Mattel. Even at any such young age, his natural attraction and boyish proper seems made him a favorite among casting administrators. Hinting at the intense future beforehand, it wasn't long earlier than his talent earned him his first TV function in 1990, gambling Kevin Brady on The Bradys, a spinoff of the iconic The Brady Bunch. His display presence and potential to captivate audiences were evident from the start. However, the actual turning point in his profession got here just 12 months later, when he changed into solid as Randy Taylor at the hit sitcom Home Improvement. The casting group for Home Improvement needed someone who should keep his very own along the show's superstar Tim Allen, and they located the perfect match. And Jonathan, his uncanny resemblance to Allen helped seal the deal, and he stepped into the position of the Taylor family's witty, mischievous middle toddler nearly in a single day. Jonathan had become one of the maximum recognizable faces on TV, charming viewers with his humor and relatability. By the early 1990, as Jonathan Taylor Thomas, or JTT as enthusiasts lovingly known as him, changed into Anywhere, his achievement in Home Improvement turned into simply the beginning. In 1994, he furnished the voice of younger Simba in Disney's The Lion King, one of the maximum grossing lively films of all time. The position showcased no longer simply his appearing abilities, however, his capacity to convey warmth and depth to a cherished person. Simba's like me. He as soon as said curious, fun-loving, and usually entering into mischief. Balancing his paintings on the sitcom with recording sessions for The Lion King was no small feat, but Jonathan handled it with top-notch dedication for a person so young. His smooth, reduced image, magnetic appeal, and simple talent grew to become him, right into a teen idol magazines like Bop, and to 16 featured him on their covers nearly each month, chronicling his every pass. Fan mail poured in, and wonderful 500 letters a month, showing simply how deeply he had connected with audiences. Jonathan's face was everywhere, from posters on bedroom partitions to film screens in movies like Tom and Huck and Man of the House. However, with great fame came immense pressure. Reflecting on his popularity, Jonathan once stated, "You're part of their lives, and there may be plenty you owe them. It is tough to make absolutely everyone satisfied, and in case you strive, you're placing yourself up for failure." Whilst he stood on the pinnacle of fame, this young famous person carried the weight of being a public discern, with grace balancing the demands of Hollywood with the struggles of developing up in the spotlight. Jonathan Taylor Thomas wasn't just a growing star, he became a phenomenon, from Sacramento to the silver screen. His adventure captivated tens of millions and cemented his place as one of the brightest stars of the 90s. In the back of the spotlight, Jonathan Taylor. Of 53, Thomas regarded to have all of it a hit career, legions of fans, and existence many may want to best dream of. However, in the back of the polished photograph and brilliant smile, the younger megastar grappled with demanding situations that solid a shadow over his meteoric upward thrust to reputation. As his career soared, so did the pressures of residing inside the public eye, leaving him craving for the easy joys of a normal youth. The grueling agenda of Home Improvement became one among the biggest hurdles he faced. Days frequently stretched to 9 and 11/2 hours on set, and any unfastened Moments had been reserved for schoolwork. It became a relentless pace that left little room for the carefree studies different youngsters his age took for granted. Jonathan spoke, approximately his preference, for A, existence out of doors of Hollywood, pronouncing, "You can't be trapped on this bubble," referred to as the appearing enterprise. He dreamed of playing basketball with friends and blending into the sector without the ever-present scrutiny of fame. Adding to the strain had been the debilitating migraines that often tortured him during filming. Those weren't just moderate complications, they have been severe power-draining episodes that made his disturbing schedule all of the greater challenging for a boy still growing up, wearing the weight of such physical and mental stress. Become no small mission, the pressures of fame were not confined to lengthy hours and health struggles. Jonathan's relationship together with his lovers, although full of gratitude, have become increasingly complicated. He understood the large role his supporters played in his achievement, however, frequently found the steady attention overwhelming. The screaming enthusiasts, countless autograph requests, and the sheer magnitude of being a youngster heartthrob made it tough for him to sense like an ordinary child. By using the mid-1000, 990s cracks commenced. To expose even as home improvement remained a large achievement, Jonathan's strength changed into carrying thin, transitioning among his public persona, and the boy he desired to be in non-public took an emotional toll. The juggling act left him questioning whether or not fame became really worth the non-public sacrifices he was making through all of it. Jonathan maintained a quiet resilience. He saved pushing forward, decided to honor the confusion, unhappiness, and a swirl of feelings that rippled via the forge and fans alike. Jonathan, who had spent nearly a decade within the spotlight, defined his departure as a choice to awareness on his training I'd been going. Prevention, considering that I turned into 8. I desired to move to high school, have a chunk of a wreck, he shared. At the same time as this appeared like a legitimate reason, rumors circulated that there has been extra to the tale. Some speculated burnout, others whispered about behind-the-scenes tensions, and plenty of wondered if the pressures of fame. Assume it is a terrific concept that he did not show up. For Richardson, Jonathan's absence from the finale felt like an unstated goodbye that left unresolved emotions beyond the onset tensions. Jonathan's private existence became also below extreme interest in a 1998 interview with Jay Leno. He was, without delay, requested, approximately rumors, questioning his sexuality, a formidable and envy query for the time. Jonathan handled it with grace, denying the rumors but expressing frustration at the relentless gossip that overshadowed his work. He later took on roles that Speedway Junkie and took his first main step far away from the spotlight with the aid of enrolling at Harvard University. There he delved into philosophy and history, fields that replicated his highbrow interest and hunger for information. The world not like the quick-paced chaos of Hollywood campus life provided him a hazard to slow down. Suppose deeply, simply exist without the constant pressures of fame. He wants to find his time as a scholar as refreshing, marveling at the luxurious of spending hours in libraries, and tasty in notion-upsetting discussions with 17. A balanced and enjoyable lifestyles. Unlike many stars of his generation, he has actively resisted the pull of social media, avoiding structures that regularly demand consistent engagement and validation. His quiet lifestyle serves as a reminder that no longer each movie star is chasing the limelight, whilst the media maintains to dissect his every rare look. The sentiment amongst enthusiasts stays supportive. Jonathan Taylor Thomas may no longer be the teen idol that decorated limitless great stress to fulfill the needs of fame, infinite schedules, regular scrutiny, and the burden of public expectancies placed a heavy burden on his shoulders for someone barely old enough to understand the complexities of life. The demands of Hollywood became a double-edged sword. Fame, while interesting, additionally added isolation. The very spotlight that illuminated his talent cast a shadow on his personal lifestyles, making it hard to grow up like all ordinary toddler. The toll on his intellectual and emotional proper being became greater. Evident as Jonathan grew older, his decision to step far away from the limelight wasn't just a retreat, it turned into an act of self-maintenance. He recognized that the relentless grind of Hollywood was not conducive to his lengthy-term happiness or boom deciding on to prioritize schooling and self-discovery over a persistent appearing career became a brave, unconventional circular for a celeb at his peak. What makes Jonathan's tale even extra poignant is the tragic irony that underpins it. He turned into adored with the aid of millions, yet the fame that made him liked also became a supply of burden. His desire to step away from the general public eye fueled speculation and sensationalized headlines, turning his absence right into a mystery instead of respecting his humanity. No matter this, Jonathan has remained steadfast in his desire for a simpler, greater, enjoyable life, showing electricity in his dedication to authenticity. For enthusiasts who grew up watching him as Randy Taylor or hearing his voice as Simba, Jonathan will constantly be remembered as a part of their formative years. However, his journey gives a deeper lesson. Approximately, the unseen expenses of early fame and the resilience required to forge a existence past the highlight, his ability to stroll far from an enterprise that regularly consumes its stars, is a testimony to his energy and backbone to stay lifestyles on his very own terms. Jonathan Taylor Thomas's story is a powerful reminder that even within the face of heartbreak and challenges, resilience and authenticity can shine brighter than any spotlight. Allow us to understand within the remarks what you observed of his choice to step returned from Hollywood.